Hi my amigos, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button down below. This look has been broken down into 4 parts. Part 1, flawless foundation application, because who needs Instagram filters, right? For this video, I'll be using the following products: makeup wipes, moisturizer, Catrice All Matte Foundation, Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer, Catrice Nude Illusion Setting Powder, a damp beauty blender, a MAC 196 brush, and a fluffy powder brush. Calm down, guys. This is not a horror show. It's just me without makeup. So, okay, false alarm. Don't need to stress. So, foundation application. Before you can start, you have to have a clean canvas. Very important. So, grab a face wipe. I prefer face wipes because face wash ads always expect me just to throw so much water on my face while washing my face. Wets the floor, it's not worth it. So I'm going to use a face wipe today. Once your face is all cleaned, it's important to moisturize. So grab a good moisturizer and let's get to it. Once your face is all moisturized, grab a good primer. So a primer is important for 3 reasons. Firstly, it creates a base for your foundation to stick to. Secondly, it fills pores. And lastly, it helps the makeup last the whole day. So if you have a spray primer, spray it on, wait a while before you proceed. But if you're going to use a gel or cream-like primer like I am today, then you apply a pea size to your finger, pat it onto the problem areas, and then massage it in. So let's get to it. Right. We usually let a primer sit for about 2 minutes before we put on foundation. So while we give it the 2 minutes to set, let's have a chat about foundation. You get 2 undertones for foundation. You get a yellowish color and a pinkish color. So before you buy foundation, make sure to identify which color you are. So when you look at me, I'm definitely a yellow type of undertone. So it's important for me to buy more warm yellowish types of foundation to match my skin. Everyone knows that Instagram filters are absolutely amazing, but flawless foundation application, much better.
Much better.
So let's get to it. Grab your foundation. Please do not use your hands because your hands are dirty, number 1, and they create lines. So please either use the back of a brush, dip it into it, and then dot yourself to look like a Dalmatian. Or if it's one of the foundations that actually have a turn-out head with a built-in stick, use that to apply it, not your fingers. I'll be using the Catrice All Matte today. Expensive isn't always better. So don't think that if you have a more expensive foundation that it's necessarily better. That's not true. You just have to keep testing a lot of drugstore ones to find the one that actually works for you. Yes, there are a lot of drugstore ones that are absolute not good. So today I'm using Catrice, which I quite like. Dalmatian, here we come. To be very honest, I look more like a zebra. Just saying. Okay, so you can either use a beauty blender, please, a damp beauty blender, or you can use a foundation brush to blend it out. I personally prefer using a foundation brush to blend out my foundation. And then for the concealer part, I prefer a beauty blender. All personal preference, your choice, but let's get to it. I'll be using the MAC 196 brush today. Please always remember to blend your foundation down into your neck and onto your ear. Gives it a more flawless look. And it's important that people don't notice that you're wearing makeup. So that just helps the transition from your face into your neck. Smooth process. And you don't need more product to do that. You just use what's already on the brush. You will notice that I didn't go very close to my under eye area. That's because we're going to use concealer to patch that up. You also don't want too much makeup under your eye because it looks cakey and it creates wrinkles and creases. Remember another thing, foundation is a layering process. So you will apply a thin layer, wait for a little bit to dry. If you see that that's still not the coverage that you want, you'll go in with a second layer. So layering, 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 but thin layers at a time. Now that that's done, we can deal with the 50 shades of dark rings I've got going on here. Okay, so we're going to use concealer to brighten up the darkness under my eyes. The concealer I'll be using is a Catrice Liquid Camouflage. You'll also put the concealer on little blemishes that your foundation didn't cover, and also on the areas that you'd like to light up. I can light up your life, baby. Now you're going to go in with a damp beauty blender and blend it out. Now that the concealer is done, you're going to have to set this whole look. To set makeup, we are going to use setting powder. I'll be using the Catrice Nude Illusion Transparent Setting Powder. I like using the transparent one because it doesn't alter the foundation color. I'll be using a damp beauty blender to apply it under my eyes, and then a fluffy brush to apply it to the rest of my face. Look up when you do this and make sure not to set any creases. If you see a crease, first fix it before you proceed. This is also called baking, for those of you that's more accustomed to that word. So yes, I am wifey material. I can bake, as you can see. Now, big fluffy brush. You're going to look a little bit like a ghost. Don't stress about this, but when you spray the setting spray, it's going to just melt it all together. Then it will look like skin again instead of this powdery face. Sweet. So that's how I apply my foundation. Stay tuned for the rest of the videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it half as much as I did. Please like the video and hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And if you have any suggestions or comments, drop them down below.